has like, you know, it hurts them. It hurts them, you know, because I've been hurt by a female before, but you know, you bounce back to it, and it's just water off a duck's back for me. But as far as with the AIDS and everything else, it's, you know, it could come from, I'll say from that, you know, it comes from the drug use and well, just gay sex, you know. I mean, I mean, which
gay sex.
I mean, which is, in all honesty, I don't want to out anybody, but I know two people who are bi, and you know they continue to, you know, date what they have to date, where, you know, where they have a woman, and you know, and they just have a man to basically, you know, suck, and that's about it. Where they just claim that I'm just a top. He don't fuck me, but I just, you know.
I had no, to piggyback on what you're saying, real talk now, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I had a girlfriend who told me, like, after she was dating this guy, and then he eventually busted out and was like, well, you know, a mouth is a mouth and an ass is an ass. So
yes.
But some men, they don't think they gay if
they Lord have mercy. He told his girlfriend that?
Yeah, he said a mouth. He's like, he don't give a damn. A mouth is a mouth, an ass is an ass.
Lord have mercy. I said a mouth, if he would have said it to me, I would say a mouth is a mouth, an ass is an ass, and a gun and a bullet with a hollow point in it is a gun and a bullet with a hollow point in it. Shot this son of a bitch. He wasn't did no motherfucker. So he was fucking her and out no rubber, nothing that's grease. It's fucking her all in every hole in her body.
Well, I don't think it was like that. Because she said after he said that, they stopped dealing with each other. So I don't think they didn't use protection. But the point was, like, you know, when he said that, she just got so turned off by it. But the fact that he couldn't tell her the truth up front about how he felt, you know. And she might have already got that vibe from him, because how could you hide, you know, after you've been around a man for a few weeks, he can't wear that mask but for so long. You know who he's gonna tell on himself. You know what I'm saying? But I have encountered some men who, like, you know, if I'm not sucking or if I'm not, you know, getting pumped in my ass, they don't consider that gay. If they're the ones pumping and getting sucked on, you know, they still a man.
That is true. That is true. I mean, I'm not trying to co-sign that, but I'm co-signing what D. I'm co-signing what D's saying as far as that, you know, where, you know, if I'm not, you know, if I'm the top, then ain't nothing happening to me. You know, I just go do what I got to do, and that's about it. But once you feel that, once you know, commit that gay act, you gay.
Yeah.
So,
and you know, when I used to go to the clubs, like to Tracks or like 708 in downtown Atlanta with some of my, you know, my friends, I would go in the club and I would see these fine, beautiful, hard-bodied men. I mean, just straight thugged out, you know, men looking like straight, just tough men up in the club, twisting and shaking, or up in the club in the corner looking for, you know, for other men they can get with.
God damn the Marquette shit. I was bisexual back in the day, so I used to be at the Sleazy Queasy down there on damn Ashby. And I really, I'm thankful. The Marquette girl, a.k.a. the Sleazy Queasy. So I'm down at the Marquette.
I heard about that. Okay.
The Marquette girl. I'm talking about, it's like you drive by there 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, you see 6-foot drag queens. You know, you see prostitutes walking up and down the street. I mean, that was a hole in the wall gay club, but it was always packed every night, and I would be up in there with my girlfriend. So, and I'm thankful now for being exposed to that lifestyle, because, like you said, I would be in there with women, and then I would see these men that looked like they was fucking models, and they would be like deep-throat niggas. Like just holding a man. I mean, I saw this man, and see, we need to. We're gonna do another show, and we're just gonna deal with this issue, because Black women don't want to deal with this. The same way you say black men get upset when black women confront them and they're afraid to just jump in the bed and they want to test and they want to know, do you suck dicks and eat pussy at the same goddamn time? Because a lot of our men do and a lot of our women do. We got a lot of undercover bisexual women that like to have bisexual men and they like to watch black men get fucked in the ass. So we have to be real about these things that are going on because that is a preferred lifestyle with a lot of our people. But, two, a lot of our women want to say that's nasty and that's disgusting, but there is a certain bonding that two niggas have, especially if it's a young boy or a man that ain't had no daddy around and that is craving a daddy figure. And I have had gay men I got a lot of gay men that like to talk to me, more so than the lesbians. The lesbians are starting to talk to me now, but I usually talk to a lot of gay men, and I'm very good friends with them. I'm going to do an interview next week with one of my good friends that's gay and works for HIV Outreach Center in Chicago that's going to tell you the real shit, too. But he was saying that his mother raised him, and she always condemned him. He would come home some days, and his mama would be like, baby, come in the living room because we got this pastor, and we got all the church members here. We finna pray this gay demon out of you. And if you don't get delivered today, you're going to die. You're going to go to hell. They would tell him all kind of bad stuff was going to happen to him. So he just left. And he's a very successful hairstylist here in Atlanta now. And he was just saying it's the bonding. It's the man-on-man bonding that he never got with his daddy that he misses, that craves. And the way I would see these men, man, this man had this boy like in the headlock. And he was caressing his hair, the back of his head, the nape of his neck, his face. He was just like deep-throating him, and he was like just passionately caressing this man's mouth and the way he was kissing him and touching him. And if you look at some of these gay sex movies, you will see that it's not just about some sleazy, trashy, nasty sex act between two men. All we want to say is vulgar and immoral, whatever you want to say. I'm trying to get our women to realize there are men, black men, that are really loving each other and getting turned on. And someone even told me just like when a dick hit a woman bottom of her pussy and bust that hole open and turn her out, especially that dick good, and he ain't hitting her to give her no stomach ache and no backache. I'm talking about he got that dick and he know how to dry that motherfucker in. It's the right length. It's the right width. He know how to goddamn do them hydraulic pumps and roll and rotate that ass and let them hit it, bust that bottom, bust them balls out. And make her start coming, make her come to the point the bitch start having a seizure. She can't stop shaking. An hour later, she still goddamn shaking. Well, this is the same kind of feeling certain niggas get when another nigga done turn him into his goddamn busted bitch. You got a lot of men that got other men be they busted baby. So they got that dick. They know how to goddamn penetrate that anus. And women will tell you the same thing. Getting fucked in their ass make them come a lot of times harder than they get come in their pussy. They'll make them come in their pussy because you got a lot of nerves in your asshole. And then you got the right kind of dick and it's lubed up. They taking their time and they manipulating that motherfucker. Men, and they hitting the bottom of it, men will come so hard from being fucked in their ass because a lot of times the head of that dick is goddamn is long enough popping on that goddamn prostate. Yeah. And that's where men get his ejaculations from. Yeah. So they start hitting him from the ass while he's jacking that dick. A lot of the men come so hard, it's just like a tranquilizer. It put them off to sleep. So many of them can't just pull away from those relationships with men to strictly be with no woman once they done had that kind of dick put on them. You ain't no leave no dick alone. Your pussy gonna start goddamn popping and locking and goddamn doing all kind of sign language and shit. A certain dick come around.
But you know, and I guess because I don't judge people for their sexual orientation. You know, I'm a very accepting person, but I am an outsider looking in, especially with the gay community or the young gay black men. For me, being an outsider looking in, to me, I see it seems like it's very, very promiscuous.
Yeah, it is.
I don't really see a lot of bond. I see, like, you know, a lot of different changing of partners, a lot of just, it's just all about the sex. Sex is like, you know, a lot of my gay friends would tell me, oh, they go to the gym. That's where they get their dates. That's where they meet their men. You know, they can meet a guy later that night. They fuck. Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say to you is, men do it with women, and a lot of women are doing it with men. Because what I'm trying to get you to see
is
it's still a bonding. It's still a connection. And so you got to realize that many of these people get off on a 10-minute connection, a fucking one-night connection, a club connection,